Rockwood Roo 21SS here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. I believe this is the very best selling member of the Rockwood Roo family. It's hard for me to keep track because ain't none of them getting old at our dealership here. We do a lot of these. We generally equip them pretty similar to what you're going to see here, but understand that with the volume of sales we do, there are times where we call them and we say, whatever you got, we need you to send it to us right away because we're sold out. So occasionally we'll get one in that's equipped a little different. So if you're kind of curious to see what one of these things runs price-wise, if you're on YouTube, down here it says click for price and availability. Click on that. It'll take you to our website where it'll show you all of our hybrid campers, and if we have one in stock, you'll see how much it costs with its own equipment set, because that again can vary. So who is Rockwood? Why buy Rockwood? What are they? What is this for? This is the biggest little camper you can find. It's a 21-foot box with a Superlite, 21SS, not an accident. And going down the road, you've only got maybe 24 foot of trailer because you got a 21-foot box and you got to factor in about 3 foot for the tongue and the bumper. That's a good guide to read model numbers, by the way. It's not a Bible, though. You can get stung on that. And the benefit here is when you get to your destination, the beds are not on the floor plan. They open up and give you bonus space. So a 21-foot box quickly becomes pretty close to a 30-foot trailer with a full-on super slide. So this thing grows both forward and back as well as sideways to get you as big as it can. Now, anywhere you see a power vent fan in a Rockwood, you're going to see the Maxxair roof vent cover up here. This specific trailer in this video appears to have had a second Maxxair ceiling fan added to it in the living room. You will always get one standard in the bathroom, and anytime you add the fan, again, you get the Maxxair vent cover. This is a Sapphire Edition, which is a big upgrade series that's given us the skin package, the frameless sidewall windows, aluminum wheels, which I pointed at, but you can't see. It's a nice cosmetic upgrade, but you know, we have this thing really loaded up. We've even upgraded sofas and stoves and awning and all kinds of stuff. Power tongue jack upgrade. We put a push button power awning on this that includes LED lighting. You notice there's no silly bed poles. Now this is another nice Rockwood thing, and I'm seeing other guys copy it now, but it's been on Rockwoods for years. Your bed locks, instead of having a handle that's way up here that's really hard to get to even for tall guys like me, they put it right here at like chest level so you can actually get to it. And it's got a nice lock so you can have it locked for security. And this is all pre-attached C-channeled stuff. You don't have to like attach and Velcro anything. You pop the bed down, you put up the shepherd's hook, and you're done. Rockwoods are a fully laminated product. All sides of the trailer are fully vacuum laminated, fully aluminum structured. The front wall is the same way. The slide outs, this big super slide wall, is built exactly like everything else Rockwood makes, because they only build things one way. This is the most successful overall family of lightweights on the market. They don't need to break the mold. 4,740 pounds, by the way. I think I forgot to mention that sooner. Long story short, what I was getting back to there, these guys created the mold. They don't need to break it. They don't need to reinvent the wheel. They are the wheel. Rockwood is the retirement ultralight on the market. A lot of nice campers out there, a lot of nice ultralights, a lot of nice hybrids. These guys are in a class of their own. This is one of the very highest level lightweights on the market, and probably the very highest equipped lightweight on the market. So I talked about the Sapphire upgrades. You still get nice frameless window, or pardon me, framed in sliding windows on the side walls of the slide outs to give you good ventilation. And these slide boxes are built exactly like the RV box. So it has even a fully walkable roof, which is something that not all lightweights can boast about. We do have an antifreeze inlet in the back corner, so when it's ready to time to winterize, you don't have to take a jug of sticky antifreeze in your camper and run the chance of accidentally dropping it and causing a mess. Outside utility shower, 18 gallon per hour water heater, nicer, handy features. The spare tire. They put a hard shell spare tire cover on these Rockwoods so that, again, the weather is not going to get to that spare tire. You know, the slip covers, the fabric slip covers you put on them, they do an okay job. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're probably going to replace it after a couple years because the wind and the sun just rip those things to tatters. This hard shell cover ain't going nowhere. That's the difference on a Rockwood. The next level. What is good enough? Now, what's the next level? That's what Rockwood does all day, every day. Even a silly spare tire cover, that's what they do. Outside cooking station. This says a full-on tailgate center over here because your TV can go inside, outside, wherever. It's on a big swing arm mount. It can telescope out. It can swing this way, that way, whatever way. You know, it just kind of it swings both ways. That could have interesting connotations. The I talked about the power awning with LED lights, but the lights are mounted at the base of the awning, so you can use them even when the awning is in the in position like it is currently. Not only does this have torsion axles, this has a dual independent torsion suspension, not a leaf spring suspension. This is a highly unique irregular feature in the market. The only other mass-produced, large-scale builder of RVs on the market using this axle system and suspension system is Airstream. We're looking at a minimum of $500 extra per axle to give you this, but each wheel can move independently. You know, they don't rock back and forth. They move on their own. So when there's a bump in the road, tire drops down, RV continues to go smooth. You don't get bucked and chucked in your vehicle. That is the reason that these things hold up better over time. That's one of the main reasons right there, because the entire shell is not subject to the same stresses that every other trailer on the market is. Also, a triple entry step on a hybrid. Nice. Bigger entry handle on a hybrid, not unheard of, but most have doubles. The little solar port that you see on campers, it's there for trickle charging. It is literally nothing more than getting a little solar suitcase that is good for charging lights and fans and alligator clipping it to your battery. And usually the solar suitcases that come with the plug for that also come with the alligator clips. So if the camper you're looking at isn't solar prepped, don't get into a yank. But it is nice that it's there so that you don't have to take your battery cover off and on. They use a medium-duty friction hinge on this so that on a windy day, the door doesn't go flying open and smash into your power awning, because that's a bummer at the park every single time. We could have 5 of these, 6 of these, 9 of these inside, equipped identically, and they could look drastically different inside, because Rockwood gives you more personal interior decor customization options than anyone, bar none, period. This is the Biltmore Decor, darker leatherettes, which we like darker leatherettes in things like bunkhouses and hybrids because they will generally tend to hold up better to kids. You know, they just don't show as much, and the leather wears better than fabric tends to, with kids sliding in and out all the time. There are different interior decor options. This is a wood print floor. There's a stone print. This is the lighter maple wood tones. There's also a little bit darker, smoky, chalky brown called driftwood. All of them look good. But what we like to do a lot of times is give you a dark light or light dark contrast either way, so that it gives the whole interior a nice wide open look, shape, and feel. We don't want too light. We don't want too dark. You know, you get burnt out on one or the other. So now that we're done mentioning all that, let's get dug in. Let's start from the top and work down. First of all, we have a double arched, fully laminated, zero flex walk-on roof. We have central AC in a 21-foot hybrid. That is a best-in-class feature with double AC runs at that. You have more interior lights per square foot in a Rockwood than any other brand on average. They are great for that, and they use good quality lighting in here. We've upgraded this one, interestingly, to a full-on trifold memory foam sleeper sofa. So you can sleep 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 in here very easily and comfortably, because that is a true 2-sleeper. All your windows open for ventilation. There's still storage above, and that's the advantage of a super slide versus a baby slide. As we swing back here, you'll notice we've got a nice hanging closet right here. You know the one thing hybrids are not known for? Nice hanging closets. You know the one thing Rockwood's good about? Hanging closets and hybrids. I like this little inside-outside pass-through storage. I'm just imagining me and my brother finding ways to sneak things like an extra pop we're not supposed to drink out, handing it to the kid that's outside and sneaking out there. That's the kind of stuff we would do. And all of your cabinetry, by the way, your stiles, which is this part right here as opposed to your door. Your doors are all hardwood. This is a hardwood with a wrap, and then it is lumber core, meaning it's real wood, and it is pocket screwed together, not stapled. So everything is screwed together so that it doesn't flex and wiggle around and fall apart on you. And the tightness and the fit and the finish, even on a radius profile here, Rockwood's guys have been building on their line way longer than industry average. I mean, their seniority in their plans is almost just ancient in RV terms. I like how next to each bed they have the power outlets so that you have, you know, like CPAP running type machines or phone chargers or anything. The bed mats, by the way, are heated. There are little heater elements built into those. This has a fifth wheel level bathroom and a 21-foot hybrid camper. Again, a best-in-class feature. The stool here is foot flush for easy management, and we actually have nice linen space going on in here. Now, I'm having trouble with the camera because this skylight against this white shower is so darn bright, and that is a full 29-inch fifth wheel style radius shower. Just best in class, again. And just like their fifth wheels, we have a bigger sink an adult can actually wash their hands in. And again, the bigger fans are equipped in Rockwoods, not the little plastic fans. Some people ask me, why are these doors not built up to the ceiling? Are these guys foolish? Do they not know how to measure things? And the answer is they are geniuses, and you don't realize it. If you're dry camping, which a lot of hybrids are used for primitive camping where you're not in a park hooking up, human beings exhaust heat constantly, especially when we breathe. That heat rises, we all know that, but this laminated ceiling is extremely well insulated, so that heat is going to get sucked out of that fan against the ceiling through that vent and exhausted out of the RV so that you are not just sweltering all night. Nice living room here, and remember that flat screen we saw outside mounts right there on the pivot mount so it can face anywhere you want in the trailer. So even the guy sitting in the corner of the dinette, there is no bad seat of the house, or gal, I suppose. Your kitchen facilities here. I love the retro style, just easy operation handles. A lot of people have arthritis, you know. I'm going to. I mean, sitting here typing away on a keyboard all day, I'm gonna have arthritic problems. So I look at stuff like that and think, hey, this is a good one for me later. The oven we're looking at here is an option. It's a bigger 21-inch oven. A lot of other brands will only give you 16 if you do get one. We like to include those because you can always just use it as a bread box. It doesn't hurt anything. You see, there's even storage below, not to mention good drawer space here. And here's the cool thing. You still get a recessed stove and a recessed sink. So this whole thing can be like countertop space, and that is something hybrids usually do not have, is they just don't have squat for counter space. Up here, you know, good overhead storage, common microwave setup, nothing too fancy there, won't waste a lot of time. Recently changed over to a no crank antenna. It's directional only, so you don't have to crank the thing up and down. Your stereo here is AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth. Rockwood uses an upgraded chipset, where this phone in your pocket, Android or iPhone, doesn't matter, you can download the free iRV app, turn your phone into a wireless remote control for that thing up there. Very cool stuff. The charging center down here for your phones is also a nice handy touch, and every little pocket they opened up for storage. Again, plugs next to sleeping spaces. This table you see is freestanding and elliptical, so it's very sturdy. You can move it wherever you want. It can come over here to be an island for the kitchen, fold it down, take it outside for a picnic table, fold it down and set it over here for a coffee table, and then have a nice open lounge. It's nicer that it gives you the option and function of that. A couple things I want to point out here. Easy storage access, and this thing comes just chock full of accessories. I talk all the time about how the ladies can smack their husband with this stainless steel, just, you know, ridiculously sized, Australian-sized spatula here. But it's got the Forest River logo on it. It looks backwards now because it's designed to, you know, press into things to give the Forest River logo on it. And that's cool because we generally equip RVQ grills with our Rockwoods. Now, both bunk ends come with their own little fan lights right here. And these are your controllers for your heated bed mats if you want to use those. That's another reason they put power outlets next to the bed. Underneath, well, I mean, everything in this is all aluminum structured, aluminum cage. You see that under the dinette. That is how they keep the structure up, the weight down, and the quality up. This is not the poor man's Ultralite. This is not the poor man's hybrid. Again, this is the retirement project. There's a lot of nice campers out there, but there's only one Rockwood. And they have certainly differentiated themselves from the market. Not everybody needs a product quite of this level. And I'm not saying, well, you're not ready. I'm not a BMW salesman, and if you're a BMW salesman, I'm sorry, you're probably fine, but some of your guys are not. Just, you know, any time you get into that higher level luxury thing, you can run into it. But this is not the everyman's coach, but it is one of the very best on the market. So if you'd like more information, if you'd like delivery, financing, hitching, pieces, parts, trade-ins, man, we do everything here. We are a one-stop family-owned shop in a small town with a big dealership. We are one of the top places in one of the top states for RV sales. Give us a chance. I don't care where you live. Give us a chance to put together a quote with delivery to your front door. I don't care, and you'd be shocked how far we send these and how frequently. 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care. Stay safe. Have fun. Happy camping, everybody.